Everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
TFT Tarot for Today
After Dark. Yes. Okay, I see. Hi, Crystal Roberts. Welcome. Hi, Roberto. See you again. Grateful Aid. Everybody, really.
Nice
Marita,
to see everybody.
Ari.
Thank you. Congratulations, Spirit.
Oh, what happened with Spirit?
It's up at the top.
Okay. What's coming away in terms of things I didn't pass the recent test board break, but well on everything else.
Well,
That's
we were
good. I'm
congratulating
glad.
Oops.
Well, you know what? Progress forward on. Keep working at it, Spirit. See.
The judges were proud of me as well, saying I am coming along. That's
That
what I
is
was
awesome.
responding to.
All right. Woohoo. Nice to hear. Nice to hear.
All
And,
right.
in a sense, some of my oracle cards for this week was about growth and things keep moving forward. Sometimes things are happening beneath the surface that we don't realize. And so, it may take time for total success to be achieved sometimes, but it's on its way. There's a lot of signs of that this week. It was crazy. My oracles are really nuts this week in that regard.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so welcome to the show, everybody. I'm going to try to catch up with questions. Thursdays are a little tricky for me because the show butts up right with the cat's feeding time. And
Yes.
there's particular feeding rituals I go through with the cats of sorts.
It is the way.
I sing to them for their supper. They have to listen to me.
Poorly.
Hey, stop that. All right, I got a card for the collective here. I think today I'm going to use, I just brought it out again. I'm switching up some of my tarot decks too. Not all of them, but a few. And I'm going to bring out the Urban Crow Oracle, which also was expanded once, and so there's this big pile of cards here.
By M.J. Cullinan.
Yes.
Hi, Kara.
Hey, Kara, I will get you on the list unless you want to add Kara at the end of the
I can do
list.
that. And thank you for those who left their questions. It's very helpful if we get the questions earlier.
I will catch up with them. I got one or two, but I haven't gotten them all yet. So I will be working on that while we go along. Driving Mr. O nuts, no doubt. It's my favorite thing to do now that he's retired.
You're the best at what you do.
Off the deck books. I'm going to need those in a minute. All right, Sonny. Mr. O,
Yes.
do the honors.
Certainly.
What you got?
Dominant.
Dominance. Ooh, that looks a little intimidating, maybe. Let's see what she
Perhaps.
has to say. I don't know if this is in the old book or the new. Oh, it's here. Okay. So, dominance. Like all creatures, crows establish a pecking order, and to do so, the stronger bird asserts its power. Dominance indicates that you may be feeling restricted by someone else or a grave situation. Someone or something may be flexing their muscle, which will cause friction as you may not be able to fight. This card may represent a boss who makes you work overtime, a partner who picks the restaurant every time, or a friend who always has to win. It may also indicate your need to be in control. And that's really all it says about that. And so I think here, that's true. It could be that you are up against somebody who's pushing their weight around a little bit, maybe bullying a bit. How you respond, I would suggest responding very carefully if it's in the workplace. If it's one of your peers causing some, office politics drama, take it to HR, take it to somebody, or take it to somebody you trust there, a supervisor you trust. These situations can be tricky sometimes. It could be a parent exerting control, and trying to force you to do something. Even as an adult, we have to deal with, parental control issues. So whatever the case may be, handle it carefully. Don't stoop to their level, absolutely. And if this is also relating to you, please consider other ways to get what you desire other than pushing, your weight around or pushing people around to get it.
And I wanted to add, I was recording my show for tomorrow morning, the Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, and I realized that there was some stuff going on in every sign that was interesting, and I just checked it out real quickly. There's a lot of Mars activity this week and going into the next week. Mars is in a square with Neptune at one point. Mars is doing this with the Moon at one point. And Mars tends to add more voracious, aggressive energies at times. So this could be calling us out to say, check yourself, don't let yourself get too angry or too overly dominant.
So that's what we have for the collective. Good luck with that.
Alrighty.
And you got Kara on the list. Thank you so much.
We're not sure about Sonny. We just think he's here because he knows he can get attention here. We don't know if he realizes he's on the show. He's on the show for us, though.
I think he gets excited, though, because he knows he gets attention here.
Yeah.
And so that's why he comes. He knows, like on the Sunday show when we start and whatnot. And sometimes he doesn't because, of course, cats will be cats. He looks for a nice sunspot to sleep in upstairs, etc. We had a really cool thing happen today, though. The squirrel. Right. The squirrel and shadow. But it was really us. We had our screen open, and a squirrel came on our deck, a squirrel, and I'm like talking to it, and it starts coming closer. You were talking to it, and Shadow was down there really excited about it, and it starts putting a paws on our screen and starting to climb it a little bit. It was just so adorable. It really was. It was a lot of fun. It seemed to be responding to the voices.
Yeah, it was very aware of us. It seemed to be aware of us, and it
Not
wasn't
afraid.
scared because it knew we were on one side, I guess. So.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool.
All right.
It was a lot of fun. All right, so that's what I have for the collective, and I'm going to post. I have the first question. It's from Spirit Connections.
And I like Grateful Zach. Mars attacks. That's right.
Well, it's funny you mention that, Zach, because I have a few otherworldly tarot decks I'm using today, including Todd Alcott's Sci-Fi Tarot. So, so I'm looking forward to that. Spirit Connection is up, and I got her question.
And there he goes, but he'll be back.
While you're shuffling.
I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot. Okay. I like that. That's a good focus. Let's see if we can see something there.
I could have sworn I saw that question earlier. Why am I not now? All right, wait. There. There it is. Okay.
Alrighty. Spirit Connections. What is coming my way in terms of martial arts this month? And we'll do it in about a 30-day idea. Ooh.
Is it good?
It's the Upright Magician.
Oh, that's nice.
Are we doing this your reading?
No.
Okay, I didn't think I wanted to do it that way.
Let's do 3 on this one.
Yeah. And the next card. This is that deck where I'm always like, is it strength or is it justice? I'm going to say it's justice.
Okay. Okay.
And justice is also upright. Yes, I know. I forget each deck that may or may not have those inversions. And our final card is also upright. It's the Seven of Swords.
Oh.
So I almost feel like by hook or by crook.
Okay, so the first card is what again?
The Magician.
Oh, yeah. I see the one there. I should have realized that. Magician, Justice, and the Seven of Swords.
Right.
Well, I almost, for some reason, wanted to combine... No, maybe I don't. I sort of am seeing something with the Magician and the Seven of Swords, but I'm going to hold off on that. I think what I want to say is with the Magician, this is showing, you are doing, they're seeing improvement. They're seeing your skills. They're seeing your talents this month, I think, moving forward now. And, what you're able to do, and that you're determined, to improve, and you're determined to use your skills and talents to manifest, the kind of results that you want.
Well, I'm drawn to start with justice, and I sort of feel that what's coming towards you is maybe a sense of a vindication or a fairness or a justice in terms of some of the things you've been going through recently with competitions and where you've placed. And so I'm thinking this is saying fairer or better, judgments that favor your sense are coming to you. So I just wanted to start there. But I would say that with the Magician, this sort of indicates that maybe you're tapping into your groove in a way that you didn't exactly tap in before, or just with a heightened sense of like, I'm doing this. That's the Magician putting all of their considerable talents and energies to the task. I'll stop there.
Okay, that's good. No, I actually wanted to say something about justice in relation to what I said about the Magician. So you're showing your talents, your skills, your determination is moving you forward, and you will be able to manifest what you desire in, I guess it's for the coming month, right?
Well, it just says in the month ahead.
Yeah, in the month ahead.
In this month.
Right. And
so that means the rest of August.
And so with justice, I feel here you're finding your balance. You're finding more balance and stability this month. You're feeling, more attuned to, what you're doing.
And balance, as a metaphor, works in terms specifically perhaps of, some of the things going on in your martial arts, maintaining, balance versus, speed, strength, etc.
So I just think with the Seven of Swords here, keep exerting kind of more of a quiet power. In other words, Christine, let your martial arts work, speak for you. That's what I wanted to say. Let the work that you're doing in the rest of this month speak for you. You don't have to be loud and proud. You don't have to say anything, just show it through your work. I feel like that for some reason when I saw that card come up, because I often think of, just doing things behind the scenes or whatever and scoping things out. So I'm thinking here about quiet power. For some reason I'm getting that message. So quiet power.
It's like a stealth mission. Like you're just going to go there and do it, and people won't realize that happened because you just sort of didn't really broadcast it. You just waited for it to be seen.
But that being said, we have the Lenormand.
And the birds, which I will leave there. And the man.
I think here that I could see two scenarios here, Christine, that you might be dealing with you might be communicating more with one person over another. Maybe is there somebody that's specifically training you or guiding you? I can almost see communications increasing there, or I could see somebody maybe is talking about you, and I don't think it's negative considering the cards we have here. I think that they're watching what you do, and what that's and somebody is talking it up.
Sometimes the card of communication seems to slightly infer to things that are about advancement, and so it could be other things too, but I think with the presence of the man and with the overall context of the cards, this could be saying that this too says people or someone in specific is communicating with you, and it probably is. It is in relationship to the martial arts, so it could be about wanting to get into your head and see where you want to go next, what you want to do, or where they think, they want, to see you go. So I don't know, like she said, if that's a trainer or somebody else that there, but I think it's all good. I think
it's really all good. It looks good. So good luck with that. Keep up the work and let the work speak for you. I like it. Alrighty, I have Zach's question and he posted it there. I think he's next, right? No, Roberto's next. I'm sorry.
That's right, Roberto.
And I do have Roberto's question. So no problem there. I want to get ahead of myself here. There we go.
Lay down, boy. Lay down.
Hi, Roberto.
Hi there.
All right. I'm going to use what's coming your way in the month of September. I'm going to use one of the decks I brought out. It's kind of a traditional deck. I'm glad I brought it back out for the darker part of the year coming. It's the Dancing in the Dark Tarot. It's just got nice dark backgrounds, but it's a real traditional Rider-Waite sort of deck.
And I'll need that while I'm on.
Oh, yeah. Just trying to keep it away from,
The boy. Ah, of course.
Ah. Very
Thank
cool,
you, Christine.
Good luck with
and
that.
You're welcome.
I like when I can hone in on that if you really resonated to Quiet Power too, because that just came into my head and I had to go with it.
Well, I told her earlier because Spirit was the first one in the chat room.
Uh-huh.
And this is true. I really was like, as I was, setting it up and then I was waiting to see what happened. And then Spirit shows up and I had just thought to myself, I don't know why, but I think Christine's Spirit is going to show up first. And it was like that.
Yeah, so
that was pretty wild. We're in tune.
Well, Roberto starts off with the Two of Wands upright. Oh, they look like they're all upright. I hope they're good.
Ah, no kidding, with the crows. That's very cool. All right, so that's the Two of Wands.
And we have the World upright. Wow. Who does he look like? We have the Page of Cups upright.
Did we talk about this before?
No, I don't think so.
Julian Assange?
Well, maybe.
Who do you think it is?
I'm not sure, but I swear he looks like somebody.
Well, they are, photorealistic in a way.
A version of an actor, and I can't think of the name right now, so I'm going to have to let it go for now.
All right.
All right, but whatever.
Lenormand gives us the Rider.
Okay.
And the Garden.
Well, I don't know, Roberto. This looks pretty nice for September. You have the Two of Wands, which is sort of like planning. Maybe start planning now. Maybe that's what this is saying. Plan for what you want to complete or finish, because that's what I'm looking at here. I see the Two of Wands, which is sort of about strategy and planning and following through to make something happen. And the World indicates to me that in September you could achieve a successful conclusion to something. So something gets finished or something, that you've started. Hey, even let's say you apply for a job or something and you get hired in September. That's a successful conclusion. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be other things in your life. So whatever it is, start planning now for what you want to manifest in September, because it could achieve a successful conclusion. And I'll stop there.
How many did you do?
Just the two.
This is a pretty cool reading here for you, Roberto. The Two of Wands, I think in this context, in terms of what you're asking, does sort of indicate like maybe planning and building, balancing your resources or energies to be more successful, to come up with, the challenges of employment or things like that, networking. And that World card is out of sight. I think it's just saying really you have a good chance of perfecting or completing something that maybe you have been working on or been thinking about. When you consider September's a month away, with that first card, it just seems like something you have been thinking about working towards. That's what it is. It's coming towards that. And then the Page of Cups.
Good news, right?
Yes, good news.
Good news coming, or good tidings, or something happens that brings you joy, makes you feel happy, makes you feel light again, and also other things associated with that page are heightened intuition. You can trust your gut in the month of September. Go with what your gut is telling you.
And there's a sense really of that intuition really being helpful to you because of these other cards. So that maybe if this is about making certain kinds of business decisions or networking or career decisions, you may feel your gut instinct really is helping you with that, Roberto, really giving you a sense of putting it all together where you feel your balance and your skills are set towards that task.
So you've got the Rider and the Garden, which is really interesting to me. It could be about connecting with people. There's a lot of movement in your either social sector or in networking with others. So one or the other, this doesn't necessarily have to be connected with your goal here, what you're going to complete. It could be, but it could be something else as well.
So I almost wonder if you are angling for a new job or a significant change or upgrade in the career you may have now, something like that. Because with that Garden and the Rider, I think this is saying the emphasis really will be on networking and working with your connections and following through with things. And even if it's not about career placement, whatever it might be, it just seems like your collaborations or input back and forth between possible partners will be really helpful here. So good luck, Roberto.
Drat.
Okay, great. We are happy for you.
Well, good luck with that, Roberto. This ought to be good. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck
I'm
out there.
impressed.
It can be a jungle.
You're welcome.
You know it.
You're welcome.
All right. I just wanted to get this other question, and I had a problem with it. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Perfect. Okay. So we've got Grateful Zach up. Hi, Grateful Zach. And the question is coming right up. All right, there it is. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I guess we can put our cards here since he won't sit here. Silly. All right, go ahead.
Any revelations? Ooh.
Leading up to year end. Let's see.
Be careful what you ask for.
Oh.
Revelations.
No.
Nope, it's fine.
Maybe I'll try this one next. Okay.
Well, our first card is Temperance Reversed. And then it's the Ten of Swords reversed. They're all reversed. How interesting. And then it's the Ace of Coins reversed.
Huh.
These may be revelations. I'm drawn to the Ten of Swords reversed, and maybe that's a revelation of saying somehow something that was really opposed to you, or that you felt opposed your wishes, desires, and of course that could be a person, or that could be a situation. It seems like you're overthrowing that. It seems like you're defeating it, or you're getting away from what its purposes were. You sort of have turned the tables on it, perhaps.
Well, okay.
I started in the middle, but you don't have to.
No, it's okay. So revelations for, up to year's end. I think the revelation is, that you can't, I think there's a couple of revelations here, actually, in my opinion, and yeah, I better start shuffling those Lenormand. And I think one of them is that, you can rise up and improve your conditions in your life. The Ten of Swords is reversed here, and I'm starting there, and it indicates that recovery is possible, and that actually more than possible. It's kind of like, it's almost like by year's end, you're able to finally put to bed some things that have been really holding you back, or the sense of what you feel that people or things have been holding you down. And Temperance reversed indicates to me, though, you still need to work on some balance issues, By year's end, I think, maybe you're still going to be working on that. You're going to have some highs, you're going to have some lows, you're going to have some ups and downs, and how you navigate that, how you spiritually handle that. You need to try to work on reinforcing, your spirit, and ensuring that you are strong enough when you need to be, and that you are gentle enough also when you need to be, and gentle on yourself. Meditate more, relax more, try to do things that calm your spirit, especially when you feel that things are stacked against you.
I'm going to suggest that maybe Temperance reversed is a different kind of revelation that I'm seeing here. It's the one saying that maybe the sense of some things being out of balance or immoderate are a revelation to you to work harder to re-achieve the balance, or to find out what's wrong. I'm actually thinking that this may suggest that there's a revelation coming that may be about your health in some way, perhaps. And I'm only saying it because I'm looking towards the Ace of Coins at the end. And I'm just wondering if, you're a relatively young person, but sometimes things happen. I'm just going to say, make sure you pay attention to health concerns. The revelation could be something that maybe changes things, like maybe you might need to take a treatment of some sort, or you might need to change aspects of your diet. But I'm wondering if that's what I think I'm feeling there.
Oh, hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamies.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. Aw.
Good to see you, but now I understand why you haven't been around much. You're not late. We're kind of, we're not full up tonight if you want a reading. If you feel up to it, or you just want to hang out, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, when we get to you, we'll just ask again. And
well, I'm going to put you on the list just in case.
We're sorry for Leo. It's always rough. We've had to do this a number of times ourselves. Our sympathies are with you.
Oh, you want a reading on him? Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do.
Very good. Okay, so I think I kind of went through that, Zach. I think that the revelations may make you consider checking in with healthcare, making sure everything's on the up and up there. I still feel that Ten of Swords indicates sort of a reset or pulling the rug out from under a situation that might have been opposing you in a certain way or creating roadblocks for you.
Oops, dang it. Ah! Sorry, it's my computer. It's my computer. I just want to get Aries' question while I saw it there. All right, and by the way, I've got everybody's question now, so thank you. So with the Ace of Coins, what I think the revelation here is that it's not going to be easy to grow things if you still aren't feeling the balance, and while you're still pulling yourself together here. I think here that, financially things might be a little bit stagnant for you through the rest of this year. I don't see anything major here so far, but the Lenormand, did I put the Lenormand back? I had them out here. Did I give them to you?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
I didn't want to bother you about it.
I'm not sure what I did with them.
Oh, you mean you did pull them?
I did.
Then maybe Sonny's on them?
No. I might have put them back. I wonder if I shuffled again. But I don't remember doing this. This is very weird. I'm sorry about this. Let me take a look a moment
Sure you
here.
are.
Because I'm not finding them at all. Did I drop them? Okay. Well, at any rate, let me finish. Oh, I pushed them. Sorry. Here, I pulled them this way. Oh, don't give me that glare.
What glare? The glare that nobody sees?
Yeah, well, I did. Go on.
Coffin and Lily.
And I think here too that maybe if there's any long-term habits, behaviors, mindsets that are no longer serving you, it's time to let them go. During this time period in particular, if you really want to get back on track, it's time to let anything go that you feel may be holding you back. And I guess for that matter too, I would also add long-term associations, with people who are not helpful in your life anymore or who might be actually, causing you problems. Let them go. The coffin is saying put an end to things that are blocking and stunting your growth and development.
It could be saying that these things will happen, that maybe this is part of that process, the overthrow of what opposes you, that kind of thing. I sort of feel it links to that just because of that symbolism in a way. So I think mostly the revelations are just wake-up calls of different sorts. This is how I'm looking at them, that maybe will help, resolve you, to keep working ahead on your progress. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. I hope we gave you some advice there that you can use. Good luck with that.
That was a good thing you did for Leo.
Yes, absolutely. How nice. How sad. I'm very sorry for you. It's rough losing, your buds. We know. I have had to see many of our animals go down.
Well, the good news, Crystal, is we didn't get to your reading yet. I'm not sure. We should be coming up to it.
I'm going to post the list now, Crystal. You can see where you are. I do have your question. We're on Sunshine. We're still moving along, so don't worry. You're still on the list.
They were having a power with their phone, possibly.
The triggers. Very good, Zach. Yep. All right, you're welcome. Sunshine wants a general reading, please.
Okay, let me grab my deck.
Is it my deck or yours?
Nope, you did the last one.
No, I did the coffin. I did the coffin and the...
What was the deck I used?
I don't know. What was it?
I don't know either.
Did I do them both? Because I don't remember. What deck did we just use? No, I don't think I did Zach's.
It was the Ten of Swords from what deck?
Yeah, it was your deck.
What deck?
I don't know. Was it black and whitish?
Well, it was sort of darker tone. I don't want to stop the movement here. It doesn't matter.
Using the Tarot Illuma for this that I brought out.
But I'm bothered by not knowing what it was.
Yeah. Here today, gone the next moment. The wonders of aging. I am so aware. All right. All right, sunshine. You have the Six of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands is reversed. Jeez, what is this about? Then we get an upright card, but I'd rather it not be. The Five of Coins is upright.
Okay, thanks, Crystal. That'll help us too.
We could do that, Crystal. I looked at what you said about finance and romance, and we could do 2 and 2 cards for you. We could do that. We've done that for people before. So your question was a doable question, but if you'd rather just keep it open to what Spirit wants you to know, we could do that.
All right, I'm pulling the Lenormand for this reading, Sunshine. And I have the book and the letter. That's cool. All right.
Well, I'm not happy about this combination of cards, really. The Six of Wands indicates a setback or, something that you were hoping would be a win for you. Maybe wasn't as much a win as you might have thought it would be. And the Nine of Wands reversed indicates, sort of like, well, an attitude of just giving up after that, just deciding maybe this isn't worth, any more time or struggle or to go through with this because it wasn't what it looked like it should be. Like, for example, somebody getting a job and then finding out, oh, these benefits and stuff really aren't all that great for me, or the workload is heavier than I thought it would be, or I just feel like a fish out of water here. I don't fit in. So, I'm just throwing those examples out there of what it could be. But it could be in any area of your life, because this is a general reading. Well, I did the first 2 cards.
I like what you said about the fish out of water, because that's actually what I was feeling a little bit here. That the Six of Wands could be talking about you feeling like you're getting more...
Oh. Go ahead. I like it.
You're getting more attention than you wanted, but it's not the good attention. You're not being noticed for good things in a way. And maybe this is what resolves you or makes you feel like repressing yourself even further, that Nine of Wands thing there.
Well, it's really interesting that he said that, because there's this other element to the Six of Wands that is about support from people. Maybe, too, something is going on right now where you feel you are not being supported enough by the people around you.
Yeah.
Whether it's business or whether it's, in your personal life. And the Nine of Wands indicates that you really are feeling like you want to give up on them. Maybe you want to give up on them, because that leads to that
naturally
Five of Coins.
Leads to that.
And it really explains a lot to me, because one of the facets of the Five of Coins is that you don't feel like, you feel like you don't belong, or that you're being excluded, or you're being, not considered enough. And so you sort of feel like alone in your struggle or whatever you're going through.
Now, I agree with that totally, what she just said. And keep in mind that, like I mentioned earlier, Mars is doing various squares and connections with other planets that is causing a bit of over assertive behavior on some people's parts, but it could also cause us to sort of attack ourselves within too, in a way, because it may make us question, our own motives and make us feel like we're not being pure to ourselves. So try not to feel that way, of course. The Lenormand has the letter and the book.
Well, there could be two things here that I could suggest. Maybe you need to get some things off your chest here, and if not, write a letter and tell people how you deeply are feeling about things, then write it to yourself. You know what I mean? Get it off your chest. I don't know why, when I saw that combination, and I was thinking about some of the way the cards was going, but also Mr. O helped me out here. I'm thinking that there's something maybe deep, because the book is about research and, some depth of thinking here. And the letter, it's about getting it on paper. So I almost feel like you need to confront this in some way, whether it's to others or to just get it off your chest.
I think it's more the latter, but I think that writing the letter to yourself helps you clarify this for yourself. No one else necessarily needs to understand that. It really is mostly going to be important to you. I mean, maybe later on when, things have shifted a little bit, you may be able to share this process, but I don't think you'll have to. I think writing the letter to yourself, even if it's a physical letter or just you're writing it in your mind, sunshine, is going to help you kind of move through these issues. You need to maybe think about them. Why are you being put in a position where you feel you have no support, or that kind of thing going on there? There's something else going on, I think.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. It was not a very upbeat reading, but you know what? It was really interesting. So the way the cards kind of went together there. So I'm not sure what's coming, but just try to prepare yourself for it and deal with it in some constructive manner. Don't let it bottle up inside of you. Confront it in some way. So good luck with that. All right.
And yeah, Crystal, I see what you're saying there, and my heart goes out to you. Like I was saying, the astrology is really rough lately for some people. For some people, it might not be that rough. But hopefully we'll be able to give you some insights when we get to you.
Okay, Shirley.
You're welcome, Sunshine.
Is up.
And that's my deck again.
And here is the question. Well, I hope so, Shirley. Let's see what we get for you. If it's not clear, we'll do a quick yes/no.
That would be great.
I'm going to use this deck. I'll use it this next time. Okay. He's so adorable here.
Yes,
yeah,
you
bells.
do.
I meant to fix it. I vow I'm going to fix that. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to take down the cover from the light and it will stop hitting.
Tell the truth. We're really getting ready to record an album of Gregorian chants. And we wanted the bells for some background.
No, we're not. Okay. It's just our ceiling fan is really overactive at times, and that little mallet keeps hitting the light fixture. And the funny thing is, we don't have a bulb in that particular fixture. So if I take it off, it won't hit anything. So I'm going to do that.
We'll get around to that. Okay, so this was...
It's Christmas. Christmas in August.
Will they hire you for the program management position? Our cards. The first one is the Seven of Swords reversed. And the Seven of Wands reversed. How interesting, two sevens.
And here, Kara, I thought you were going to say more cowbell.
And then strength. Yeah, more cowbell. It needs more cowbell. I like that. So did you get all those?
I did not, but they're very clear there.
The Seven of Swords and Wands are both reversed, and then strength.
That's a very interesting combination. Yeah, and you're a Taurus, so you know.
No, this is for Shirley.
I know, I'm talking to Kara, though.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
It's all right. The Fox, Shirley, that's a good sign. And the Lily.
Lily is back. Okay.
Well, you know, Shirley, this is no time to I mean, there's some mixed messages in these cards about whether you're going to get this job or not. Will they hire you? That's why I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe, but it depends. It looks as though this is not a time to shy away. This is a time to show them what you got, you know. The Seven of Wands reversed kind of makes me feel like that you might struggle a little bit with this one. You know, I know you've been doing some interviews and some different things. If you've talked to them already, and you're just waiting to find out if they're going to hire you, or if you haven't had an interview, you really have to figure out how to stand out amongst the rest of the people. It seems to me like there may be some competition here. When I see that Seven of Wands reversed, that's kind of what I think, that the competition could be overwhelming. So the Seven of Swords, the other seven being reversed, is indicating to me you have to really speak out. You know, make sure that your voice and what you're presenting to them rises up above, you know, the competition.
I think the Seven of Wands reversed suggests that you will have to make some sort of mark for yourself, and that this is not the time to wilt. You have to try to pull up your sense of confidence here. Your confidence is what they may be looking at the most, because it's a legal aid thing, and they want lawyers to always optically, or even the staff members, present as totally assured of the facts or the process. No matter what you're doing, you know, you represent them when you're involved with them. So I think they're looking for somebody that has confidence or projects confidence. The Seven of Wands gives me a little different feeling. It suggests to me that maybe there may be something you have to show them that you haven't realized yet, and that maybe if you think about it, it'll come out. Maybe it's connected to the idea of strength, you know, it's something that, you know, also will prove or show that strength or confidence. But I get the feeling like the Seven of Swords suggests there's something hidden that you have, I think, but maybe it's in the process that would help you, you know, be more, look better for them, or be more of what they're looking for. It's just a feeling I have.
And the Strength card, I feel up right here, is just saying, you know, fight for this. And I'm not saying you have to fight dirty for this or anything, or be forceful about it, but just be willing to, you know, be strong and within, you know, when you are discussing this with them. You said they called you, so I don't know really if you've had an interview yet or not. But the thing is, just keep... I don't know. Go ahead. I want you to go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that we probably will do the quick yes or no at the end of this, just to give you an indication. But with the Lenormand too, then...
Did you do strength already?
I did it casually by just saying, you know, that, you know, strength does represent the idea that you probably will be able to show that sense of strength there.
Okay.
And that really, that will be important, you know, to it's like I said, they're looking for your confidence. And of course, confidence is expressed through how they see you being a strong person.
Okay, and very similar, because I just said be strong there. I think with the Lily and the Fox, all I can get out of this is there's a potential here. either one of two things. They're looking, whether it's part-time or full-time, I think they're looking for somebody who wants to make a long-term commitment of some sort, or maybe somebody who can grow into the job.
Yeah,
So,
they want somebody that really will be, and maybe that's where that confidence and strength comes in the sense of, still having something to show them. They want somebody who really plans on being around for a while, or really sees this as part of their career, and not making any value judgments on where you're at with that, but that's just saying, really, that's the kind of person they're looking for. So if you think you qualify, full steam ahead.
so what do you say? We're going to do yes, no?
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
And I'll let you shuffle this one. It's a stiff deck, though. Do you want me to do it? It's still pretty stiff.
I'll pick up your cut.
Okay, very good.
Oh, wow. Well,
cool. Nearly full time.
Show them that passion, okay? Strength is about that too, a little bit here.
Sure is.
To show your love for it, and that there's it's more than just a job for you. So, that might play into this too, the strength card.
All right, I am almost there.
Grab those. Sorry.
That's coming back to me too.
Yeah.
And here we go. The honors are yours.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Well, it's reversed, but it's the Knight of Wands.
So it will take a little work. That's what it says. The Knight of Wands says it will take a little work. And the Knight reverse could be saying that as much as you can do to be as confident as possible, and maybe they need to see sort of a sense of what you just said here, about how much you like law, that sort of belief and nobility about the practice of law. That, you could sell yourself perhaps by emphasizing those traits.
It might just say, too, that this may take some time as well, So I feel positive that this could happen for you, but it may there may be a delay, or there may be some issues related to it once, they get back to you again. I'm not sure, but I sense here that there might be a delay, but maybe they're going to ask for something else from you, which is why there's work involved.
A lot of times a Knight reverse does sort of represent somebody that isn't quite moving as quickly, or has delays on their path. But the basic idea is that it will take work. It will happen, but it will take work. It will happen, but it will take work. We sure hope so.
Oh, you apply? Oh, wow, that in a way makes sense. So now maybe, the Knight also can be move too fast. And so maybe now they're aggressively trying to move forward on this position, if it's taken that long. I don't know. But I do feel here that it still might be a little bit of a delay, or some little obstacles in between. But I have a positive feeling about this one. It might work out for you, Shirley.
I know you'll let us know.
I wish you luck with it.
Good luck.
The cards are not all that bad.
Nope.
I just think you're going to have to do some work to get it. Show them how you feel about it.
All right, we're on Airy.
We've got Airy, and what kind of connection do me and my boyfriend currently have? All right. Well, we'll see what we come up with that. I'm going to be using I hid them under here right away. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams by M.J. Cool. No, the Raven's Dream Tarot by M.J. Cooley.
That would be cool too, Shirley. We will keep you in our thoughts.
Oh, that's nice. That's always nice.
It's nice when companies are more flexible that way.
I'm going to do one more shuffle on this one. And it's not just because I like the way they shuffle.
And
Right.
as I mentioned earlier, I have yet again changed my format for the emotional exchanges. I've made it actually more briefer. There's just 2 cards for each sign of the zodiac. The first card is what is your best or your good emotional exchange this week? And then the second card is what is your challenging emotional exchange of the week? And that's for each sign of the zodiac, so I hope you check it out. It's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the emotional exchanges.
All right. Well, the first card I have is the Ace of Wands upright. I pulled them aside while Mr. O was talking. And the second one is the Six of Pentacles upright.
I love this deck. It's so pretty.
It is.
The cards are large.
They are. And then we have the Two of Wands upright. A lot of fire energy. It's no surprise, you two Aries.
Oh, look at that. Well, like I said the other night, I don't know if you remember that or the other day, but we've known a couple or two who were Aries. I think 1 or 2 for sure. I know 1, and I think there might be another one.
Well, so what kind of a relationship do you have? You know, it's... Well, with that wand fire energy, you've got a real dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, fire
here.
signs, wow.
And, you know, with, I wonder here, I see that Two of Wands, and it almost makes me feel as though there may be some shared lives together. Maybe also that Six of Pentacles makes me feel that way too. I don't know if you were soulmates. I almost feel here... But there's a lot of fire and passion. So I mean, you may be, but I kind of feel here you've shared some past lives, and the fire is just burning bright between you all. You know, the Ace of Wands almost leads me in another direction to believe that maybe this is kind of a, if you'll pardon my saying it this way, a spontaneous combustion, like. This might be your first meetings together. I'm not really sure about the past life or not. So, what do you think?
I don't have a definite feel, but I don't have a definite no against it.
Well, what do you think about soulmates?
I think it's possible based on these cards. The Six of Pentacles is what stands out to me with that. It's sort of the sense of sharing, of being involved with each other. And of course, because of the context of the question, that could say yes over a period of lifetimes. So I do feel there's definitely a possibility there, Ari, that you guys were connected. I'm not willing to say that you were deep soulmates, but you know, I sort of think the idea of twin flames and soulmates is overplayed in a sense that there are many people who mean things in our lives, and maybe it's possible for us to have different kinds and many or several kinds of soulmates or twin flames. People who are activators at a specific time in our lives or in a specific situation and have a resonance for us. So I sort of feel it could be that even, you know.
That last comment you made there, Ari, that's my thinking too. You know, that both being the same fire sign. I know,
Yeah,
two sides of fire almost, you know.
I got that too.
I wonder here, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm getting the feeling as far as past lives go, that you have met in past lives. But I'm not sure you had this type of relationship in those past lives. And that's why I think the Ace of Wands is here.
I like what you said too about, you know, soulmates could have toxic issues between them.
Did you catch what I said though about the Ace of Wands? I think this means this is the start of a growthful new path for you both.
Okay, so in a past life, one of you was a mice and one of you was a man. No, it's the man and the mice in Lenormand. Sorry. Do you have a cough drop for me?
I gave you.
I need another.
Here. Oh, okay.
I'll get it.
I have it right here. All right. So let me take a look at this again and start going through this a little better for you. The Ace of Wands indicates the beginning of something to me. And so I almost feel like this is like a deepening of things that may have developed over past lives, but that you never really had this kind of relationship in your past lives. And this is very growthful. And I think here with the Six of Pentacles, again, it's like Mr. O says, you're sharing something together here. There's a real equanimity between you. And maybe it's because you both are so, similar. Similar is not necessarily boring. I mean, if you enjoy the same kind of things, then there's never going to be many arguments about what you're going to do, and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not necessarily has to be boring.
Well, the mice only represent smaller things that you can get through. So this could be saying that everything that's going on is just going to be a smaller issue. She made a comment about the mice.
Yeah, I understand. So the Six of Pentacles is this idea of this, really, you guys are on an equal footing here with each other. And the Two of Wands indicates an expansive future is possible. I think here also, I just like the idea of connecting it with the two of you and that fire energy that, you could really go places together. I mean, lots of adventure, lots of adventurous times, right?
I agree with that. And as far as being, different, there's so many different ways that two signs can be different. A lot of times it's the moon sign or the rising sign that may make a crucial difference in their personality. And then other things in the chart mean you have different motivations, you have different challenges. And you know that, Ari. I know you know that. So the thing is that there can be a lot there between you two that actually will be interesting.
Well, we've been feeling Halloweeny. I've been feeling the change in weather. That's why I changed. We don't see the tablecloth today, but I changed the tablecloth to more of a fall-themed one because I'm just feeling fall already here. The weather is still in the low 80s to upper 70s, but you can kind of feel the transitions taking place. With the Lenormand, I feel here, yes, there may be little nuancy things that will irritate you about this guy, but there is nothing major. And also they may be very temporary things too, because the mice is about, temporary disruptions or whatever.
Some
or
of that
irritations.
Could just be getting used to getting to know each other better and better as you go along.
Yeah. Yeah. 99.
So
Sorry to hear that. Ooh, that's too hot for me.
Oh yeah, that's way hot.
But no, we're supposedly the weather people said as far as temperature goes, we're where we usually are at this time of year. I mean, in a normal year.
Right. It's still August,
Yeah. And
August can be a hot month for us.
The only thing we're not good with is the rain. We're not getting enough rain in our area of the state at all. So that's a little bit worrisome to me. So that's what we have for you, Ari. I think this is a very interesting relationship. I'm not sure you are indeed soulmates, but I do believe you shared a past life together. And to me, what this is indicating, especially with that Two of Wands here, that you will probably be connected closer in lives going forward.
You're welcome.
Good luck with that. All right.
We don't do the pendulum for that, but we have a card way of doing that, Marita.
Oh, I don't have a pendulum handy. I do a pendulum from time to time, but not too much. We haven't done it really on the show.
Yeah. Well, we'll look at it.
And so reading for the rest of the month.
I would have liked more rain around here, that's for sure.
Yeah, and some people are getting floods, and it's really horrifying to me. I always got to be careful what I ask for. We need some rain. We don't need 4 inches or 5 inches in one day. It's really terrifying, some of the stuff that's going on in different places
There it is.
in the country.
Okay, I'm going to use my Tarot del Toro. It was designed in part by the director, wonderful director, Guillermo del Toro. He did Pan's Labyrinth and is that one called the Touch of Water or the Taste of Water?
So you know what? For your baby, after we're done with the reading, we'll do a yes/no. We should do the longer yes/no for that.
Okay, yeah.
I think. It might be a little ambiguous, but we might get an idea from the cards that are there. I guess we'll just ask if it'll be a boy. You know, we'll ask one or the other, because...
Yeah, if you have a preference at all,
Yeah.
mention it here, and then we'll ask it that way.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll just ask if it will be a boy, and we'll see what it says.
Okay, so the reading for the rest of the month. Our first card is the Hermit. The next card is, I'm going to say that's the Three of Wands reversed. And then the Seven of Wands upright.
Okay.
So reading for the rest of the month.
Let me get the Lenormand out there.
Okay, well, the
Well, you can
Hermit...
start with the Hermit, yeah.
The Hermit may suggest that you're going to be doing a little bit of revelry, introspection, meditation. You're going to try to analyze your own thoughts or feelings of things. This could draw you to being a little bit more aloof from people. You may decide not to go out as much. And of course, you know, expecting maybe, you know, there's always a situation about that too, where you don't want to have too many contrary activities possibly. But I think this is more about you saying that for the rest of the month, you're going to be involved in thinking about where you're at, options, if you have options for different things. And mostly, I guess, resolving what you really feel about what you're going through. And I guess a lot of that is, you know, having a child.
Well, you know, the Hermit, right, exactly. You know, maybe this is saying you need some downtime. You need to give yourself some quiet space, you know, whether it's because of pregnancy or, you know, trying to just, you know, keep calm for the baby within. You know, it's good to sometimes meditate more, relax more, and, you know, and also, of course, pregnancy, practicing your deep breathing and stuff like that, which comes in handy when going through childbirth and all of that. So I think that there's good reason to be alone and also to think about things. Think about how your life is going to change with this, whether it's your first or not, how it's going to change with this addition to your life. And, you know, give it some thought, give it some deep consideration. And so the next card, which I don't see anymore, because you...
It's the Three of Wands reversed.
Yes. Thank you. The Three of Wands reversed indicates to me that that maybe now is not the time to do anything outside your comfort zone. You know, I almost feel here sometimes we're always pushing, you got to try something new, you got to try something different. Maybe right now is not the time to do that, to just stick with what you know and try not to get too forward in your thinking. Live in the now. Live in the now. And don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I like that. I think Banshee's got that one pretty good there. This may be a time for you to really not necessarily break new ground on certain things. Part of that is that, you know, you are preparing for a child. Activities that maybe pull you away from that should, your opportunities or activities should be considered, you know, very strongly before you do that. You're probably better off with just sticking with what is on your plate now.
Well, and with the Seven of Wands, this is saying to just remain in control of things in your life and the people in your life. Don't allow other people to put too much pressure or responsibility on you right now. Don't take on any more than you can handle. I feel with that card, it's important for you to stand up for yourself and just say, hey, this is my time to, take care of me. And don't allow other people to try to foist their problems or agendas on you.
Right. The Seven of Wands is saying, I think, that you have pretty much everything in your purview and you should only focus there. Things that are absolutely pertinent to you, your health, or your situations should be the things you should focus on the most right now. Don't extend yourself into areas that are not necessarily familiar to you at this time.
So I don't know when you're delivering, etc. But at any rate, you have the Mountain here. And the Bouquet.
Aww.
I kind of feel like it's saying that joy comes after much effort.
A description of childbirth.
So that's why I was wondering, is this an imminent birth or, is that still in the future? Because joy will come after after much effort. And so whatever you're working on this month, whether it is labor or preparing to add this child into the family or other things in your life, whatever you're working on, you'll get great joy after putting in some hard work.
Right, and as you mentioned that the baby's not due for a while, then this is probably pertaining to where your life is now. And this could be saying really that, you do have things to accomplish, and they may be what we're talking about of saying, don't extend yourself into unfamiliar areas, just stick with what you normally know. But accomplishing those things will bring you joy. It may be a bit of work, but you're going to work through them.
And you know what? There's something else I got to say when I see that combination of cards. Basically, with the flowers, the bouquet, it's saying something or someone might help you, in easing some burdens you have, in easing some of your struggles or things that are going on with you. So accept any help or gifts that may make your life a little easier.
All right.
So good luck with that.
All right, so now we're going to do a quickie to determine gender.
Yes.
So we're going to ask the question. I think we'll ask the question if the child is more likely to be male. Why don't we do that?
Okay. Oh, Texas.
Oh, Crystal, we feel you. We were there once in August.
When it was 109 actual temperature.
Oh my God. I had never thought it was so hot.
We came out of the hotel room and my nostrils were burning. It was like, whenever I breathed through my nose, it's like I was breathing fire.
There were still people standing around smoking out there too. Like, how could you do that?
I couldn't do that.
Okay, I'm going to use Tarot
Toro
once again.
Yeah, I haven't pulled out my out-and-out Halloween decks. I found some of them today. I'm looking for my Seasons of the Witch
I'll let you do the count.
Fall Oracle Mabon. There you go. Oh, you want me to count them? Is this a hard deck to read?
I'll help you with it. I mean, you're just looking for the ace, right?
Yeah. I will be able to tell.
You will.
We asked if it was a boy, right?
Right.
Yep, that's what I did. Oh. Is that an... Yeah, it was an ace.
Oh, okay. You're right.
There's another one.
So, it's... Let's
it's
throw
leaning
another.
towards being a boy. So let's see here.
Yes, I mean, obviously, it's more likely a boy, but it's a snapshot in time.
Not sure why we have the Nine of Swords here, though.
It's upright.
Yeah, and it's upright. And so all I can say is you might get some, don't be alarmed. This probably isn't your first child, is it? I'm not sure. If it is, congratulations on that. But if it's not, too, I don't know, you might be aware that during pregnancy you have a lot of dreams. Some of them can be really crazy dreams. Don't let them upset you, Don't let them upset you.
Third child. Okay. Still congratulations.
Okay. Because I remember I only had one child, and man, I had some crazy dreams during my pregnancy.
Right, and swords, of course, are the suit about the mind. The Nine of Swords could also be saying that you may have worries about this one way or the other, and or that some things about it may keep you awake. Hey, it's not comfortable sleeping with all the extra weight, etc. So. But it seems to be leaning towards a boy.
I mean, pay attention to your dreams. Sometimes you get some real interesting messages and warnings, but
already,
don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of them. Because anything that looks really creepy, that's not necessarily going to happen. Lots of hormonal stuff going on.
Absolutely.
And I see you're having them already, so no surprise in a way that card came up.
Well, good luck with that, Marita.
Good luck with that.
And with the rest of the month.
All right, Crystal, you are up, and I have your question. There we go. So what is
I hate to say it, but we're headed towards big climate emergencies probably for the rest of time because the climate is just so whack.
Yeah, I'm not seeing an end to this in sight. It's getting creepier every year. If only we would, for whether you believe in climate change or you believe this is a natural cycle, I'm hoping that the cycle is not going to be a long-term one because it could really bode badly for a lot of people worldwide. So, really concerned about the way things are going.
I guess Marita would probably have liked a girl this time because they already have two boys.
Oh.
So,
well, it wasn't definite.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
wasn't definite. So you know what? We can try again as you get closer to your date, right? And we'll see.
Sure.
Maybe in another couple months. So by the end of the year. All right.
All right, Crystal. I'll need the Lenormand.
Oh, did I move it again? I did. Here you go. And for Crystal's reading, we're going to try both of those things, Crystal, I think, for you, if it's okay. Financially, we'll do 2 cards for what's coming your way financially, and 2 cards for what might be coming to your way in your romantic life.
And then Lenormand 2 and 2.
And you'll have Lenormand for each of those. We do this for people, but we limit it to like 2 things that we can parcel out that way.
And that's usually because when people ask a question, it may be phrased that way. Can you tell me what's coming for me in love and career, that kind of thing.
I am going to use...
Health comes first, that's right.
my owl deck on this one. Tarot of the Owls is that.
You're very welcome, Marita. We wish you the best always.
I haven't brought out the sci-fi tarot yet either.
Todd Alcott?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we have here. Just getting these together for you. All right, this is going to be somewhat interesting, I think. Okay, so as far as the first part goes, financially, what is coming your way? You do have the Ten of Wands upright. And the Seven of Cups is upright as well. What do you have for the Lenormand for this one?
In the Lenormand, it's the bear and clouds. And the clouds' bright side is facing the bear.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. And you know, it seems as though you have some burdens, some financial worries or burdens right now that you are carrying. That's that Ten of Wands. You know, it's saying that right now you feel burdened by your financial situation in some way. But the Seven of Cups is here saying, really, this is a time now to explore whatever options you may have available to you. It almost indicates to me, though, that maybe there might be some options you aren't aware of. And so maybe it's time to start really thinking about the situation and what you need to do to turn things, you know, to make things better for yourself.
Well, because the context of this reading is about finances, I do feel that Ten of Wands is the sore spot here. This could indicate that you have some problems with debt or making ends meet in certain ways. So the obligations are financial, and they are probably hard for you to shift away from yourself. You're pretty much stuck with them. So you're trying to figure out how things can get better, what your options are. I like what Banshee said about the Seven of Cups specifically, that this is saying you need to look for other options or things. So if this was about debt, then maybe there's a way of searching to see if there are other people who can help you restore credit or debt options that you haven't been aware of. I also like what you said about the idea that these are, and I guess I just said that, things that you may not be aware of. So I think that's a good possibility there.
And welcome to our world. Our debts are our fault too, you know. We kind of dug ourselves in a hole,
Yeah,
and then
we're like that too.
I ended up getting retired early and unprepared for it, which is why Mr. O had to work a little longer and help us out here. But you know, we're still working on it, and things are improving. And so just keep your hopes up there that there is options. I almost feel here you're going to have to do some thinking and think your way out of this. But also, it might involve exploring some options, you know, talking to people, banks, financial advisors, whatever the case may be, loan officers, if that's what needs to be, loan consolidation, whatever the case may be, to try to help yourself out of this. Or if it's a matter of finding another job or getting some extra income, you know, that's what you're going to have to face here. And I think, though, but looking at the clouds and the bear, right, you've been feeling as though things have been very confusing in your financial stability and strength. You've been concerned about this and, you know, depressed about this. But I feel here, since the bear is here and the dark light side of the clouds are facing the bear, that you can clear away some of this doubt and confusion by now proactively searching and seeking out options.
The bear is always really a sign of strength and power, and a lot of times it has a connotation of being a she-bear, i.e. a personality that, you know, just says, I'm Mama Bear, I'm going to power my way through this.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the clouds, and the bear is like looking towards the clouds, and this is saying, like, whatever here seems to be confusing or disappointing about where your progress is, you're just going to have to find that will to say, I want to power through this and fix it.
I really like that take, Mr. O, because
why, thank you.
That's the other part of the bear. The bear is about financial stability and well-being, but but it's also about personal empowerment. This is something you're just going to have to power through. Now is the time to start working on taking charge. Will it happen overnight? Probably not. but now is the time to muster up the will to turn this around and survey and find your options.
All right, let's move on to what's coming in romance.
The Hermit is reversed, and so is the Moon. And this is interesting. It may not be what you think.
All right,
What do you
and
got? Oh. Wow, you got two moons.
we got another moon. It's the Lenormand
And they
moon.
don't mean
They
the
don't
same
mean the same thing, but it's
things.
kind of symbolic to me. And paths, as in crossroad pathways.
Okay. So, love life. Okay. So I'm not sure if you're single or you're having difficulties in a relationship or what may be going on here, but the Hermit indicates a little bit more activity in the romance sector. So whether you're with somebody now, things are going to start to move now, or you're going to engage more with your partner on the things that are important. Or if you are single, this is an idea of getting out there now and getting yourself out there, back out into the world of trying to find the love and romance in your life.
I like that, and I agree totally. The
I
Hermit.
didn't do the Moon yet.
I know. The Hermit, in this position, says they're not as interested as being introverted. This is more about feeling the idea that you want to be extroverted. And so, like Banshee said, whether you have a partner or not, if you're seeking a partner or just wondering what's coming towards you, this is saying really you have to be that person to push the envelope in a way. You have to be the person to seek out, And so if you're in a relationship, then that's one thing, because it just sort of means maybe just being a little bit more confident about how you want to express yourself in that situation. I think it's more likely that it's just saying becoming outgoing in general, towards either finding new romance or extending the romantic life you have now.
I understand that. But if we don't go anywhere, they're not going to just knock on your door either. So, just find yourself at places where you might hope to meet the right person. Do you like libraries and books? Go to the library more. Do you like, going to attend plays or movies or things like that? Go out and do that more. And, or join a book club. Things that will bring you out in front of people that you might engage with, and that person will find you that way, right? You said that you feel like the person will come to you, but they're only going to come to you if you're out there and, try to at least do something a little bit more social, I feel here. The Moon is also indicating to me that, well, I don't know. What do you feel about the Tarot Moon reversed?
Did you already do it?
No.
Oh, okay. The Tarot Moon reversed, that could be indicating that maybe there's an interest in you that you don't realize yet, or that maybe an interest will arise. I sort of get the feeling like it betokens a revelation of some sort, like something becomes known that maybe wasn't known.
Well, it's funny here. I almost feel the Moon is saying, let your intuition guide you and reveal to you the proper course of action or moves you need to make in the romantic department to make things start moving again. And I look at the crossroads here, the path, and
The other moon?
The other moon. The other moon indicates that, it's really funny, Crystal, because you kind of said here they will come to you. And there's the path, and there's the moon. The Lenormand moon can either be about work or romance. And so it almost sounds like romance could be coming, or you might choose a path that leads you to romance. Or somebody is finding that path to you. I almost feel like something might be moving in this sector in the not too distant future. I'm not sure it's going to happen right away, but I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple of months if something doesn't happen.
Well, it may be sooner, like maybe 1 month, because usually
Is the moon cycle?
A moon cycle true, but usually with readings, we're thinking they're generally like for the next few weeks to a month or so, unless
or a week if people want it.
unless the question
Right.
is asked, more about a period of time.
Yeah.
We have people that say in the fall or by the end of the year. But yeah, I agree with you too that usually our readings can be sort of week by week.
I just felt like maybe 2 months, but I won't rule out a month. Absolutely. I won't rule that out because I like the idea. You've got 2 moons here for some
2
reason,
months.
right? Oh my gosh, 2 moons. 2 moon cycles.
2 moon cycles.
Maybe that's why it popped into my head.
Report back.
So I'm kind of thinking that.
That's really cool. We wish you luck.
So good luck with that. I think this was pretty hopeful reading on both ends, really. So I'm wishing you the best.
Thanks for dropping in.
And you know what? We're in a mess too, but we haven't given up. And I think here, and we're on fixed incomes now, and we just lost his
My
part-time
job.
income.
My job,
So
So that's why it's important to pay off our refinance loan.
yeah, we're going
and
to
then we
do
won't have
that.
to pay
We
that.
can do that, but that's not going to solve all of our debt.
And it is going to come from another, sense of,
So we feel you on
money we
this,
have
Crystal. Good
that we
luck
won't
with
have.
that. Keep at it.
Thank you too. Hope to see you again.
All right, so Kara is up. Kara, you're going to post your question, I know, if you haven't already.
Oracle, top and bottom.
Oh, okay
All
then.
right, that's you.
Well, I did bring the crow one out, so let's bring that one out again. We'll do top and bottom.
And while you're getting ready, I will remind everybody that Happy Hour will be here Saturday at 10 a.m. There's no questions asked, but we will throw a card for everybody telling them what's going to be making them happy Saturday and the week ahead. Maybe it's just a positive message. Maybe it's an inspired message from the divine. But check it out. Happy Hour, 10 a.m. Saturdays. And also, you can catch us in the chat room for Banshees Material Matters, 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings.
So do I, huh? Every day, Crystal. I'm
Oh my
a player.
goodness, you're like us.
I'm a player, so, and I have had some luck, but I have not won, as a matter of fact, when we first moved here many years ago,
21.
I had a crazy lucky experience
Yeah.
that helped us buy
Furniture.
living room furniture and a bedroom set. So,
But it's been 21 years.
yeah. And I mean, prices were a little better back then, but it was like about a $2,500 win.
Hi, Lovely.
Well, Lovely, you're a little late, but we haven't closed the list. You're lucky because we don't have many people tonight.
We should probably close it after.
I think so, though.
All right. Glad you made
So
it.
you are on the list, and we've been taking our time with some of the readings since it was a shorter list. All right, Kara, let's get back to you here. But anyway, so I always keep hope alive, lottery hope. My family up there should be helping me. They were all lottery players. Not that I'm putting it on them. All right. Okay, Kara, top and bottom. Your first card is Direction. Ooh. And your second card is Strength. So I'm not sure which books these are in. She has a part 1 and part 2. I'm sure she put a whole set together since I bought this one. But
And I'm going to throw the Lenormand out there.
All right.
The Bouquet returns and the Lily returns. I like it when they both show up together.
So Direction. Each evening At around dusk, hundreds of crows fly over my apartment on their way to their evening roost in Bethel. They are not distracted by the sights and sounds of the city. The crows are focused on one direction. When you know where you are going, it's easier to stay on the path. Direction brings clarity and creates a roadmap to success. So let's throw strength into the mix as well. I don't know if it's in this book. It is not. Let me go to the next book. Okay, strength. One morning when I was getting my kiddo off to school, we noticed a single crow holding its ground as a hawk entered its space. This bird was unshakable. Strength appears when you need to conjure the courage to face something that may seem formidable or imposing. Strength gives you the extra power to handle a challenging situation yourself without your support network. You have the toughness, fortitude, and determination to hold your ground, rise above any challenge, and stand tall and proud. When you are strong, you can accomplish a task others would find intimidating. Let strength be a reminder to not despair, to not give in to fear, because you have the power to control your emotions and the situation. Are you holding firm to your beliefs even when confronted by an adversary that seems bigger or more influential? When you use your strength to build bridges, not only will you bring an opposing side over, you will also open the door for new opportunities. So what does it mean to have the direction card and the strength card together here? I wonder here if you are you worried about, are you able to hold firm to the direction you have in life? Do you have a direction in life? If you don't have that direction in life, it is really important now to make a blueprint for you, to make a blueprint for the rest of this year, for example. Why not do that? And be strong enough to do that and to adhere to it. I think here maybe what these cards are saying, you kind of do need to have a sense of focus or direction right now, and to be strong enough to see it through. So I would say this is not something that, although the lilies are here, you have the bouquet, right?
And
you have
the
the
lilies.
lilies too. Okay. I don't want you to think this has to be super long term though, okay? I think this is just doing it for a certain period of time. Have a time frame for yourself and a roadmap of what direction you're going to take, what you're going to focus on during this time period, and have the strength to see it through. And once you do that, the Lenormand comes into play. The Lenormand says you will achieve growth and joy and positive things coming to you by doing that. As a matter of fact, it will make you more positive about setting more long-term goals for yourself.
Shazam. I did feel that the lily especially tied in as well with the strength card, the idea that that strength you're trying to manifest or that will be manifesting is the sense of consistent growth, of you moving along the direction or the path towards that, and thereby moving towards a real joy or satisfaction in your life.
So that was an interesting read, actually. Good luck with that, Kara.
Good luck, Kara.
I do love this deck. I'm glad I brought it out again for the fall. Might be nice to keep it around. All right, and we are on Jamie's Cowboys, and let's see what we can do here for you, Jamie. All right. So would you like to just know,
See if
us
we
pick,
up a message.
please? I thought you wanted something to do with your pet that died. Is that
right? Reading on Leo, who recently passed. So
that's what I thought you had said before. Something for the pet. So I think here, let's see if we can get a message for you from Leo.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a message from Leo.
And it's your deck?
Yes, because you just did the oracles.
Oh, the oracle. Yes, thank you.
Plus, you did the reading before that.
All right, thank you. You're right, Mr. O.
I know I'm right. You're very welcome, Jamies. We've missed you, but we understand you have been busy.
Yeah, we were wondering about you recently, so it's good to see
I know
you
you mentioned
again.
you were doing more moderating with other situations, and yeah, it gets busy, doesn't it?
Life is busy. That is for sure.
But it's always nice to see you. Hope everything's going for you otherwise. All right.
20 channels. Holy moly.
Wow. I could never do that.
Wow.
Holy cow. All right. The sun is reversed, but that's okay for this reading. The Lovers is reversed. Ouch. Maybe not. But the Nine of Cups is upright.
Aww.
And I think Leo wishes you to be happy. Maybe not to miss them so much. You know, go out and get another cat or something to help you with that. But that wish card to me strongly says Leo would only want you to be happy and content in your life. And that maybe, you know, he might, if possible, send you a friend. You know, someone that you could adore as well.
Huh. Okay. Here, I want to throw these at you.
Okay.
What did you read there? Did you read them all? Or
No,
what
I
did
only
you-
read the last one, the Nine of Cups.
I thought you went there. I'm not sure I'm going to read that 9 that way, but maybe there's a message there. I really want to start with that sun reverse because Leo understands how you feel right now. Leo knows that this hurts, you know, but that also Leo wants to remind you because the sun is a card of transitory unhappiness or disappointment. It's not permanent. And Leo wants you to heal. Leo knows you will heal and that you will come to terms with this loss. And I think with the Lovers reversed, you know, Leo apologizes and just wants you to know, you know, obviously here, there was just no choice in the matter that Leo had to leave at the time he had to leave. I feel like, you know, you feel bad, you know, that this had to happen. But it was just the way things had to be. And there was just actually nothing that could be done about that choice.
The sun reversed is only ever just a little of a diminished sunlight. And so this could be saying that Leo realizes that he's not there to make you totally happy, but he's still there in a way. His sun is still there with you.
See, and that's interesting. You said it's a 5-week-old kitten. You know, we attach ourselves really quickly to our pets. And so it's no surprise to me that you feel really this loss deeply. And the thing is, to me, see, the Lovers reversed is just indicating something was wrong here. Leo just was not meant to live a long life. And that's why I feel the Lovers reversed is here. There was really nothing that could turn this around. I don't know what the situation was exactly, but it's unfortunate. But that's, I think, the way it needed. And so, with the Nine of Cups upright, it's indicating to me that Leo wishes you a bright future, full of happiness and joy and getting exactly what you desire. If it is another pet companion, a kitten to replace Leo, so be it. Or if it's just, you know, other things in your life, Leo wants you to manifest joy again in your life. This really is a beautiful reading all the way around. You know, I feel it here. Because also when you have the star and the tower, it's indicating to me that Leo has crossed to the Rainbow Bridge. Leo is there, and making himself at home, with the tower there. I think that, making himself at home.
Well, I didn't cover the lovers yet, but I do feel that from Leo's point of view, he's sad because he couldn't make the choice to stay with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't his choice perhaps to not be able to stay with you. And with the tower and the stars, the tower may talk about how we feel isolated at times,
That's a good point.
alone. And with the stars, though, I think that idea is to realize that the future's bright, regardless of how we may feel at any one point in time. We can still find that light. And remember that the sun is a star. I mean, so you sort of have starlight twice in a way. You have destiny, you have hope, and you have something that maybe can pull you towards the future in a better way.
And I believe even though Leo may be, over the Rainbow Bridge, making themselves at home, it may indicate to me too that they're not down here anymore, but you may occasionally get some message from Leo, whether it's in a dream or with some type of symbology, some type of synchronicity that occurs. So don't be surprised by that. Don't be surprised that there may be a message from Leo's spirit. I know that Leo was a very young soul, leaving when Leo did, but it's still highly possible that could happen. And I like what Mr. O said about, you may feel like isolated or just this sense of losing something, and now not being able to see Leo anymore. But I do feel there's still a connection that might be there.
So good luck with that.
So good luck with that. And we are on Love Lou. We will be closing the show with Love Lou tonight, and probably close to right on time. Ah, that's nice. And there it is. So it'll be my deck. I am not sure what I want to use. Let me hand you those. Oh, I know. I don't think I used... I did say the Sci-Fi Tarot, but somehow I don't want to use that now. I think I'm going to use this one.
You're welcome. And we're back on Sunday for our live stream, Sunday afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. I just put that up on the screen there. So you can come back.
That's an interesting question. I think we're going to just throw the 3 cards and see if it leads us more to the idea that there'll be an important person in your life, or if they're meant here to teach you something. We'll just see how the cards go with that. Sonny is back. He was here most of the show. Oh, you know what? You didn't pick these up, and I'm sorry. Do you want to reshuffle? I'm sorry.
That's fine. Because I didn't like the letter.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I know. It blends
Watch
in
me
with...
get the same ones again, though.
It blends in with this table here. Stack.
Yeah, there's a lot of similar color.
I'm just going to lay him down here while Mr. O is doing that. Well, this is interesting. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles upright. We have the Emperor reversed. And we have the Three of Cups reversed.
And Lenormand gives us a tower. and the moon.
Huh. Wow, I'm not sure here. I would say it's more likely they're here to teach you something, but I'm not totally sure. Because the only reason I'm saying that is because of the Three of Cups reversed, and just some of the signs I'm seeing here don't lend themselves to indicating they may be an important person in your life. The Ace of Discs is here, though. That means something could start. But it's funny about the Ace of Discs. It could be a learning experience, though, because Pentacles are about growth. Pentacles are about learning and curiosity. So it could be, that's why I'm kind of leaning more towards learning than anything here.
I think that they may have a role in your life. I'm not sure that it's about being an important person. I like what Banshee's saying because I think they may be a way shower or a way starter. They may start off something, and maybe it's like Banshee says, giving you information or knowledge that maybe can move you in a certain direction or help you illuminate your life in a certain way. The Emperor reversed
what about that?
sort of throws a curve in that, in a sense, too, because it may be indicating that this could be something that you're not totally able to understand at that time, or that you don't find a legitimate use for it, or that it doesn't work for you for some reason. It like maybe it's just a harder lesson for you to understand.
I almost think the lesson that they're here to teach you is that you can't control everything or everyone. You may want to control an outcome, for example, with Tehun in your life, but you're not going to be able to control it necessarily. And I also see that with the Three of Cups here a little bit too, that that these types of the people that come into our lives, well, not sure what I want to say about the Three of Cups yet, other than the fact that I think it plays into this lesson. I think, and also let me just jump ahead to the Lenormand, because I see something really interesting here. One of two things as far as a lesson goes, another part of this lesson. They may be here to assist you in growing yourself as a person who's self-sufficient, who's able to survive on their own. I almost feel here that that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that the love of being able to be your own person and handle your life. This is more of what I think the Lenormand is leaning towards, because and also maybe how to deal with being solitary.
I'm getting that feeling too, and I know it may not be exactly what you're hoping for or how you want your life to move, but I get the feeling that what Tehun could teach you, and it may not be a direct teaching, but just having the experience of knowing them somehow, is that it is what Banshee said. It is about trying to over control things that can't necessarily be controlled, but it could also be about saying where you derive your happiness from, and that's the Three of Cups reverse, and that this may be saying it may cause you to look at what it is that you feel will give you happiness, or what it is that won't, but it gives it to you in a way that you have to maybe decide how you can manage that for your better outcome, or realizing that you can, and that to some degree life moves in a certain direction, and you have to go with it or put in your stand where you're at.
Yeah, this is a real complicated
It
reading.
is. It's
But
complicated.
you know, when I look at the moon and the tower again, I'm really focusing there. I feel here that now I lost my thought though. You went. I'm sorry. I was trying to hold on to it for so long and I lost it. But I think here that the moon and the tower are really important here. It's sort of like saying that, you know, if you feel that you were soulmates or that you're connected some way from a past life or some other thing, this may be the lesson, may be in this life, into how to deal with that, how to deal with that love or that sense of some type of deep connection for someone, but by being isolated from them in this life.
You know, that's a really good point, because I was going to say that too. I was thinking like that lesson could be saying, realizing that, you know, you have an intense feeling and maybe you realize there is a connection there, but nothing is necessarily meant to manifest it, at least at this time, right now.
Because going back to that Three of Cups that I didn't talk about much, I would just say that this is also, you know, how to deal with the isolation and the fact that the connection isn't necessarily where you want it to be in this lifetime.
And so maybe realizing this about Tehun is what is meant to teach you that it may feel like it should happen, but it may not happen because you want it to. Once again,
Right, the
going
control,
going to
emperor.
the emperor.
Yeah.
So it maybe you have to kind of let go some of this and work it a different way.
Or let the universe do what the universe is going to do. I mean, the thing is, if you hold on too tight, things sometimes do not happen or develop. They kind of smother out. But also, if you hold on too tight, you might be missing other opportunities that the universe is trying to send your way in this lifetime. So, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing from these cards today.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
And you're welcome.
All right.
And that's our show exactly on time. How often do we ever do that?
What? Oh my goodness, we are on time. Well, anyway, there were some really interesting readings today.
We
I
had
hope
very
people
interesting readings
enjoyed
today.
them. There were some very positive ones this time, which I'm always happy to be the bearer of good news. I wish I could be so more often. But we need to tell you what we need to tell you, what the cards tell us. So we appreciate you all, and thank you for coming out on a Thursday night. And we hope to see you again real soon. So everybody take care. Have a great rest of your evening, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.